Okay, so I have here a prototype of the decentralized Corona tracing app on my Fairphone 3, and let's have a look how this looks like. So this is not in the App Store yet, but you can download it from GitHub, the APK. That's cool, and put the APK on your smartphone and just install it. And now let's have a look how this looks like. So there's a bit of introduction, and then it needs 3 permissions. So allow tracing, that's the location permission, and deactivate battery optimization so that it can run in the background and consume energy. So this is all much more easy in Android. In iOS, I think it's still not possible to have Bluetooth activated in the background, but Apple announced that they will distribute an app update to iOS, which allows exactly that. So let's see. And Bluetooth I have already activated. So let's go. And you see here tracing enabled. So now this app has turned my Fairphone 3 into a Bluetooth low energy beacon, and it now distributes a public key which has been created from a seed, and also the seed has been created randomly on this phone. And so let's have a look how this looks like if, for example, I'm getting infected. Or let's go one step back. So now I'm roaming around and I need to find a second smartphone which I can use for actually running a Bluetooth beacon monitor. Or I need to check out another way of doing that, so that I can have a look what this cell phone is doing. But actually it now distributes the private key to all my neighborhood, and if someone else now would run this app also in the background, the public key I'm distributing would get stored on their device. Okay, and the important thing is that only the public key gets stored plus the MAC address. So there's one flaw in it, the MAC address is also stored, but anyway, that's maybe something an update coming from Google or Apple could fix. So you could in theory change the MAC address, but anyway, let's don't go too much into detail. It's of course something we need to have a look at sooner or later. But now let's consider I have now distributed my public key to others, and they have distributed their public key, and I have stored their public key. Okay, so that means I was in contact with somebody within the last 2 weeks for more than 15 minutes. So the public key of their device is stored on my device, and now I'm getting tested positive for Corona. So what I now do is I say report illness, and this is another mechanism where actually you only can report an illness if you get a code from the doctor, and I need to double check how this code is generated. So whether the code might give you some hint about your identity, I hope not. So that's something I will definitely update you. But let's consider you have a proper code, and then you insert the code. And then what's happening in the background is that through a central service, and that now doesn't matter if it's a central service or not, through a central service, I'm informing that I'm infected, but not with my identity, only with my code, which again, hopefully can't be traced to my identity. And I'm encrypting the message now with the public keys I have gathered from the others. Okay, so from the contacts I had in the last 2 weeks, which I have spent more than 15 minutes with, so through Bluetooth Low Energy, I have received their public key, and now I can encrypt for them a message with their public key, and only those people can read it. So I can just distribute this message on a central service or messages. So for each device I have received the public key from, I can now encrypt the message and put it somewhere. It again doesn't matter where. And then the apps can pull those messages. And in case they have the corresponding private key to that public key, they can decrypt that message and then know that they have been in contact with someone who has been tested positive. Okay, so that's the I have already created a video about this approach from a Swiss hackathon where I've been participating. That concept is explained at vtrace.ch, but this now is a larger community from many of the leading universities worldwide. And this has the chance to become an open standard. I'm of course also discussing that with IBM, if we can also push this into a direction of an open standard. And again, if the app is open source, the protocol is open source, everybody can have a look at it. And as of now, to me, it seems a proper solution for privacy preserving contact tracing. Okay, that's all for now. Stay tuned, stay healthy, and have fun. Bye.